Hello, everyone, and welcome to Family Friday. We'll be sharing ideas and tips on how to make quarantine just a little more fun for the entire family. Our guest today is Marcia Worthy. Marcia is the mom of two beautiful girls, and she's also a school nurse. Thanks so much for your serving, Marcia, in that capacity. And she also serves in both the youth and children's ministry. Marcia serves as the ninth grade leader in the youth ministry, as well as in the children's ministry, as well as Marcia is the fact, as a matter of fact, is a good friend of my wife and I. So I'm really excited to have you on, Marcia. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Pastor Paul. I'm glad to be here. It's an honor.
Awesome. I've been looking forward to this conversation. And as you know, Marcia, our goal in each of these episodes is to provide or equip parents and, with quarantine hacks in the areas of food, fun, and homeschooling. And, after hearing and looking through the tips that you have very practical tips that are also really fun, it looks like. So I'm excited about it. And I'm a little bit of a foodie. So today I want us to start with the food hack. I'm really excited about the hack you have for food. So why don't you tell us about it?
All right. So our quarantine favorite has been nachos.
Ooh,
Um, yeah, and nachos are like, so it's not something we normally do, but it's really been it's been very helpful for this season because it's really fast to make. We just grab some tortillas and we throw them on a plate.
yeah,
Then we dump whatever we want on top of there. You definitely lots of cheese and salsa,
yeah,
but it also gives me an opportunity that I can throw some vegetables, I can throw some protein, and I know that that'll kind of satisfy the girls and keep them a little bit longer.
yeah.
So it's delicious. It's something that everybody enjoys. When I do it, nobody's they're not picking out the vegetables. They literally just eat it all together. I'm like, yes.
It's a fun way of sneaking the vegetables in there a little bit.
Yep, yep.
That's amazing. I love it. Come to think of it, I can probably go for some nachos. So I think you just gave me, a dinner idea for today. So I love that hack, food hack, and I'm thinking about the fun hack as well because I feel like it really kind of correlates with what you just shared. So why don't you tell us about what is it that you do that makes the quarantine experience a little more fun for your family?
So our fun hack would be just making celebrations really big.
Yeah,
During this time, we can't really celebrate the way we typically would in this day and age. But even though we're home, there's no reason why we can't still, have lots of fun. And so I think it's just so important that we celebrate those memories, that we celebrate those moments.
yeah,
So, every week we try to do something. It gives us something to look forward to. It gives us something to enjoy together as a family. Even if we can have it on Zoom, we try to open up that celebration to our family members, to our friends. And I think it's really helpful for the time that we're in to remember that even though we're distant, we're not disconnected, right?
yeah,
As Pastor Chris said. Um,
absolutely.
so we had to celebrate my daughter's birthday party, and we ended up doing like a drive birthday party. And even though we were distant, we had to stay far away from everyone. It was really one of the best parties that we've ever had.
Wow. That's so good. And what's cool about that is I think it really keeps in mind that the kids are going to remember this very differently than, we are. Their
Yeah,
perspective of this entire experience is so different than what we're going to walk away with. And I feel like you've just in doing that, you make it something that they're going to look back on. You're being a little more intentional ultimately with what they remember and how they remember
exactly.
this experience, which is a massive, massive deal.
Exactly. They don't have to look at it and say, oh, well, we were home for my birthday, or I didn't get to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
They can look at it on a positive side. I'm hoping that they also appreciate what we do have, because we still have each other, and we are still able to connect with people. So Zoom, in a lot of ways, social media might be limiting, but there are so many ways that it also allows us to reach people we wouldn't have been otherwise reached.
Yeah. It's I just love your perspective. It's such a positive and uplifting perspective of the season, and it really does allow for you to find great opportunities, like what you're mentioning, and just making celebrations big. So let's talk about your final hack for today, and that is your homeschooling hack. What is it that you do to make homeschooling just a little bit easier?
Yeah, homeschooling is definitely a challenge. But our hack that we do is we actually like try to have a checklist. And so, as far as keeping a routine, we don't put a time on there because every day is different. Every day something might come up, but we have a list of things that we need to get done. And it's great because the kids are able to manage it themselves. So
Oh, that's
even
good.
yeah, even my 4-year-old, she's able to like check it off once she's done, the things that she needs to get done. It also helps us to track, what we need to do during the day. So when they come to me and they're like, oh, can we watch TV now? Can we watch a movie? I can easily say, well, let's look at the checklist. What have we completed? And I can say, well, have we done our schoolwork? Have we done our chores? Or how many more things do we need to get done until we can kind of, get to the fun parts.
Yeah, and that as the way you explain it, because I had a different thought whenever you were first sharing the idea of a list with me. This sounds very empowering. It sounds like you are empowering them to say, "Hey, look, this is your chance to say, hey, when you are ready to have fun, you'll know because you'll have completed everything you need to in order to move to the fun stuff."
Definitely, because it's so easy for them to look at it and say, "Oh, well, you're not letting me do this," and really, you kind of want them to be able to see what we're trying to get to, and having them do their schoolwork, and having us complete these things. There is an end goal. There is a
Yeah,
goal for us to be done and be able to relax and play with the toys, and or even just going outside. But there are things we have to do before we get there. So
yeah,
you know, allowing them to see that picture. We actually draw like little, especially for my 4-year-old, I draw like little pictures on there so she can see. It's like, so yeah, we want to get to the fun part.
that's awesome. I love it. And so, Marcia, this has been so helpful and, like I said, so practical and fun at the same time. Do you have any final thoughts or words of encouragement for parents who are watching?
Yeah, so I mean, my final thought that I would like to share is that, this is a great opportunity for us to just, make great memories and to really pour into our children and into our family. And, just as Queen Esther's uncle told her in the book of Esther, chapter 4, he said, "Who knows if you were called for such a time as this?" I think we can look at this like, this is a season and an opportunity that we can make the most of.
Yeah,
And we can really, instead of just, looking at the negatives or looking at what we've lost, we can try to look at, well, what can we make? What can
yeah,
we create in this season?
yeah. Wow. Thank you so much, Marcia. I absolutely love that. And I am 100% in agreement with that. And for anyone watching, as you do watch, if something resonates with you, let us know in the comment below. We would love to just chat with you and share and explore ideas. As a matter of fact, I want to invite you to join us in our Facebook group to let us know what creative ideas you have explored with your family and how it all went. We look forward to hearing and learning from you. Marcia, thanks so much for all you shared with us and for being on with us today. It was so great to have you on.
Thank you again, Pastor Paul. It was fun.
Absolutely. And for everyone watching, thanks for being a part of Family Friday. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you found it really helpful, be sure to share it with a friend. God bless you. Until next time.